it's time we have a talk. It's not you, it's me. Well, maybe it's a bit of both of us. Let me explain. As I've progressed through each of the 5 stages of this year's Zwift Games, I've been thinking about how I compare to other riders, on Zwift in general, and Zwift Racing League, in my team, and how we can end up with a skewed perception of our own individual performance. Sound familiar? I always think of myself as being in the sort of top 10%. I've been a Cat A rider for most of my time on Zwift, but I'm usually at the back of the front, if that makes sense. I'm also one of the least strong in our team, A-Pex Velo Racing, but my racing score in the mid-700s means I'm locked into the advanced events only for the Zwift Games, which means I'm up against the best, and that means I've got less people of my level that I can form groups with. So if I get dropped, I drop hard. I will say this though, I think that's one of the very best things about Zwift. The fact that I get to race with the best of the best all around the world. It's amazing. So how have the Zwift Games felt for me? Kind of feels like it's followed a pattern. Starts hard, I keep pushing, eventually I fade, then I break, then I get dropped, hope to find a group and keep pushing for as long as I can to stay as fast as I can in that group. And that leaves me feeling that I'm just not strong enough. But maybe I'm just losing sight of the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in our own goldfish bowl. We judge ourselves against who we can see, which is only natural. Although it means we can easily forget about how we compare to all the other fish in other places. Okay, enough wallowing in self-pity, man. Let's take a look at each of the stages and pull out the key takeaways. And for context, bear in mind my FTP at the moment is around 290, which works out at about 4.5 watts per kilo. From an HR point of view, my threshold's around 170 BPM, max HR 183. Stage 1. Only 56 riders, not in the prime time slot, so I didn't have the heavy hitters. Finished just over a minute slower than leaders of the race. On Strava, got a category 2 rating for the route and some segment PBs to boot. Normalised power shows I was working hard, and I finished a few places higher than predicted. Stage 2, my first experience of the Niall Express. Over 200 riders in this event and they were flying. Again, finished about 1 minute behind the best and a handful of places better than predicted. Another Cat 2 rating overall. Normalised power showed I was working hard again, and I even got to pip a teammate on the line. Sorry, not sorry, John. On to stage 3, this is the smallest event with only 36 riders, which probably explains the Cat 3 rating. Finished significantly better than expected though, and only lost 40 seconds to the best. Segment PBs and highest 10 and 5 minute normalised powers. Shout out to teammate Ludo for 4th place overall on the Strava segment for this route. Truly impressive stuff. Stage 4, Peaky Pave, or Pesky Pave as I called it. Niall Express number 2, 147 riders participating. A prime example of watching a front group sail away the first time up the Petit Com, and then I managed to claw some time back on the second climb. So hung in better, finished just behind a bunch of my teammates, so shout out to Manuel, John, Teddy, again 3 minutes behind the leaders. Some segment PBs, another Cat 2 rating again. Placed higher than predicted. Stage 5, aka Feathergate, and see my separate video all about that. Did a bit better than predicted, but 7 minutes off the front. I lost touch on the epic climb and only had a small group to draft off until we hit my natural stomping ground, the grade. Now you might have noticed that the number of people completing each stage dropped week on week. And there is a makeup week, so all of this may change. I might be having another go at some of my stages too, so we'll see what the end result truly is. Okay, time for the big reveal. How did I do in the overall general classification? So as you can see, I came 204th out of over 75,000 people. No freaking way, right? I've done the maths twice. That puts me in the top 0.27% of all participants. That is insane. And then in my racing score group, so that's the 700 to 800 people, I came 29th out of just over 2,000, which puts me in the top 1.27%. Again, I will take that. That is so much better than I thought from the individual stage rankings. So let's see how the team did overall. This is recorded at the beginning of stage 6, so the results are a little bit wonky. A-Pex Velo Racing, top of the freaking leaderboard. Amazing work. Before stage 6, the team were ranking about position number 4, I believe, so if that's where we end up, that is still sterling work. And now a quick look at the individual standings. See Michael right at the top there, 17th overall, and Manuel and Henry making up the rest of the podium, and the rest of us following on, so all finishing within about 10 minutes. Not too shabby, eh? And that's a wrap. So like I say, This is all about reflecting on how well we truly do, not how we feel that we do. So I'm curious, how do you feel about this? What's your perception of yourself? Does it stack up with reality? Let me know. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Please like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more good stuff. Keep an eye out for some more videos as we enter into round 4 of the Zwift Racing League, and maybe even a special event for the summer from your very own A-Pex Velo racing team. See you next time.